live din yung ano kay YouTube mo yun eh. Sabay siya ano. Sabay pala.
Sabay ba? O, ano natin. Promote na natin.
Hindi, nanonood sila dito sa okay lang, let them watch there na muna.
Live ko lang ngayon para naka-broadcast na tayo. Yung Discord pala, that's ano. Pasok sa ano, ask me anything.
Ako ba, bro?
Yeah, tayo.
But I don't have Discord on my Mac. Paano ba yun?
Sa phone pwede. I-mute mo lang.
Sa phone. Bro, ang galing ng Discord to. It really like gets you parang to check all the time.
Yeah. Super. Alright.
Talaga? Maganda yung Discord? Hindi ko nagagamit eh. Never ako nag-Discord. Nung nag-Discord lang ako once nung kasama ka, yun lang. Tapos, what makes it nice? What makes it interesting?
Solid yun. Okay. Ano na tayo? Hindi na ako mag-i-intro. Diretso na. Nag-uusap na tayo. Yung community, bro, importante yung community sa Discord. Yan ang habol talaga doon. Ganda niya for community.
Kasi Discord allows you to like get notifications pag magpa-podcast si Sean. And then automatically magpa-pop up sa phone mo. And then when you click it, it's like it's just so easy to use na parang you get on it. Pero the challenge is your viewers have to download the app.
Pero that's when you stream lang via Discord.
Stream?
Or you play something via Discord, dun lang siya magdo-notify na may bagong...
Parang yung ginawa ni Sean, sinabay niya. Sinabay niya sa Discord and StreamYard ngayon.
Sabay. So, while I'm speaking here, nandun din.
Pero is it the same lang sa YouTube na merong pag nag-post ka ng video, nagpa-pop up din sa mga nakasubscribe yung... or iba rin?
Pero ito, may community, you can chat anytime. So, minsan nag-iwan ako ng links for extra learning.
Pero ang kulit niya sa notifications, bro, sa akin, sa phone ko, it's always like, compared to YouTube. Kasi sa YouTube, ang dami kong subscriptions to so many, like, I watch your shows, pero I also watch other stuff.
No, catering yan. $1 billion project yan
ako.
Konti lang subscription ko, Marvin Germo, tsaka
Hindi mo nga alam yung mga videos.
Pinapanood ko yun. Pinapanood ko mga, hindi lahat, pero pinapanood ko mga video mo. So, Master, na lang sa Discord, tayin ka namin.
Ay, okay. I have to log in. Teka lang, hindi ko alam yung
Okay na ba ako, Sean? Am I on Discord na?
Okay ka na. You have to unmute lang. Kasi may mga listeners din doon.
App? Kailangan download yung app? Or hindi naman? Pwedeng hindi, di ba?
Pero nandun ka na dati eh. Sa loob ka na eh. May account ka na doon.
Sana naka-auto-save yung password.
Oo. Ayan, yan. Sinat ko sa'yo.
Wait, so I have to unmute myself on Discord?
Yeah. Pero yung audio, i-mute mo lang yung phone mo para hindi mag-feedback.
Okay.
So, naka-mic receive.
So sabay? Bakit? Anong advantage pag sabay siya naka-load?
May mga tao gusto audio only. Yung Discord kasi audio only. So, nagda-drive, nag-exercise, di makapanood sa YouTube or FB.
Okay.
This recordings naman, we turn it into podcast din sa leadership staff.
Galing talaga. The mind of Shansi is just amazing.
Hindi. Kung nga, ilan na ba subscribers?
Ilang million na ba, bro?
Kaya natin, Marvin Germo, YouTube.
Search.
166,000 subscribers. Parang isang piso per subscriber per month.
Tapos may 2 channels ka na, di ba? May isa ka pa na pure stocks lang.
Then, actually, hindi pure stocks. Siguro, the name of the channel is pure stocks, pero the underlying condition there is, kaya mas madali mag-upload doon. Walang edit yun eh. Uh, it's all,
Raw.
what do you call that?
Raw.
Raw. Oo. Kaya I think it's easier to do than yung isa. Yung isa talaga, it's planned, it's edited, and then slash pa. Baka gagawa pa. May isa pa akong naisip na channel, pero I don't know if it will work pa. Anyways.
Grabe, lakas talaga niyan. Marvin.
Iba talaga, bro.
Hindi naman, kasi ano lang naman kailangan, you just have to document. Kunyari, lalabas ka, di video mo na yung labas mo, upload mo lang yun. Ganun lang. I mean, ganun
Ano
lang.
yan? Food channel? Parang ano?
Hindi kasi sobrang dami yung videos na naka-store lang sa phone or tsaka sa hard drive yung either mga travels or meron din pagkain. Tapos meron din yung mga vlogs ko na, for example, the vlog is 1 hour. Tapos yung lumalabas lang sa main channel is 20 minutes lang. So meron kang 40 minutes of unseen footage also. So ang daming pwedeng gawin.
Galing.
Yun. Hindi.
The mind of the master.
Hindi, masaya lang siya. Masaya lang siya kasi I don't know, something different, I guess. Something different.
Yung ano mo, master, mga fans natin sa Discord. Mga fans mo sa Discord, hinihintay ka.
Nasa Discord na ako.
Punta ka dun sa Ask Me Anything na channel.
Okay. Oh. Pero you can't join voice channels daw. You must claim and verify your account before you speak in the server. Wait lang. I must claim. Paano yun? Claim account. Claim account. Email registered na daw.
Last time nasa ano ka na?
Oo nga eh. Wait lang.
Guest ka na dito.
Claim account. Claim account.
Marv, nakita ko yung mga picture mo dati. Parang mas bumata ka ngayon compared before.
Yung chubby?
Tsaka pumayat ka talaga, no? Before keto.
That was... Wait, hindi ako makapasok. For some reason. Ayan, pwede na ba?
Kita mo yung Ask Me Anything na ano?
Oo, pinapaano ko eh. Sabi register na daw yung account ko, pero hindi ako makapasok.
Teka.
This is gonna be confusing. Live na ba ito sa Facebook? Kaya naman sa mga taong...
Live na tayo.
Hello to everyone live in Facebook while we're undergoing technical difficulties. Loading na yung bago kong video sa YouTube. Joke lang.
Andito ka eh. Andito ka bro eh. Dito ka kailangan eh. Click mo lang tong Ask Me Anything.
May pinapakita ka ba? May sinishare ka? Ayan ako. Ayan. Wait. Pakita ko sa'yo. Nag-ano ako eh. When I press that, ayan pinapa-claim account ako eh. Ayan claim account. I'll show you. Ayan may lumalabas eh. You must claim the account first. Hindi ko lang kung kita nyo siya.
So, nasa email mo?
I'll check.
Baka may ano. Alright.
Baka may gumaya ng account mo, bro. Sobrang famous kasi.
Hindi, nakalagin na ako dito. Nakalagin ako once lang.
Sige, while waiting, just want to say hi guys, good evening. Welcome back to Leadership Stack. We're gonna have a very special night because we have Mr. JC Del Rosario of Juan Carlo Catering as a guest on the show, and we also have Mr. Marvin Germo, the investor, ang pambansang investor natin.
Friend of Shansi.
Hindi, ano pala? Ano yun? Guiding Light Gear. Mr. Guiding Light.
Guwapong Guiding Light Gear mo, pare.
Mr. Guwapong Guiding Light Gear mo. Medyo huli na sa balita, guys. Pero,
kasi hindi naka-follow si Shansi.
pero grabe yung Guwapong Guiding Light Gear mo. Solid
parang
yun.
walang lumalabas sa akin, Discord.
So, we have questions tonight. Some questions are about the U.S. elections, economy. That's a big deal. Obviously, no, we're all kind of waiting for that. Maybe. So, ako excited ako to ask that from Marvin and to know his opinions about that. And also in the wedding industry, what's happening, events industry, and we have a special giveaway tonight. JC is giving away up to 1 million peso worth of stuff. No, we'll tell you what that is later. Pero may special giveaway kami tonight for you guys tuning in right now here on Discord, Facebook, and YouTube as well. Tune in for that. So, um, Marv, ano, okay ka na?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Ikaw ba hindi, wala ka pa sa ano eh. Wala pa sa Ask Me Anything.
Yung audio, wait lang. Okay.
Ayan. Yun.
Okay.
Nandiyan ka na. Alright. So, yung microphone lang, same mic, pero audio out. Alright, guys. So, let's start. Actually, ang dami natin tanong. No? Ang dami natin tanong. Si Patrick, ang daming tinatanong ni Patrick. Parang marami siyang gusto malaman. No? So, and some of his questions also I plan to ask tonight. And the first one is, how will the results for US elections affect our economy? Marv.
That's for me.
Oh, sa'yo yun, bro. Hindi ako expert dyan.
In our economy, no. You're assuming Biden wins, or you're assuming Trump will win?
Actually, that's the second and the third question. What will happen if Biden wins, and then what will happen if Trump wins or challenges the result?
I think pag si Trump manalo, it's still the same. Nothing will change. If si Biden, based on what I've been seeing, a lot of people have said that mas friendly mga policies ni Trump for the Philippines than kay Biden. I guess yung difference lang is also yung immigration. Mas strict yata si Trump sa immigration. So, kung may impact sa atin yung immigration side. Pero you can expect them, pareho silang hindi naman sila pro-China. They're the same, pareho lang yung stance nila sa China. I think yun yung malaking effect sa atin yung trade war. Tapos, yung difference lang nila, mas maingay si Trump compared kay Biden in terms of sa rhetoric, pero they're both also in essence, no, they're not yung stance nila with the US and China and kung ano yung kailangan gawin, they see China as a threat. So I think that's yun yung bigger picture, kasi pag kinumpara mo yung Pilipinas naman sa ibang bansa na ka-trade din ng US, we're very very small din talaga compared to other countries. So I think in essence, if it's Trump, nothing much will change. I will look at yung relationship nila sa China more than ever. And then I think that in terms of sa stock market, what investors like kay Trump kasi is they've been printing money. So if Trump wins pa rin, that's continuous. That's nice for at least for the markets, no. For the short term, may implications yon long term. For Biden, I think that will stop. Then taxes also will be higher for Americans. Mas malaki pa rin yung impact whoever wins domestically sa America than sa atin. If there's one thing you watch for yung trade relations, kasi they're in comparing to the Philippines, parang we trade a lot with them in that aspect. So, ayun.
Pero personally, Marv, are you still invested in US stocks right now?
Naman.
Recently, it's going up.
Hindi naman.
Do you think parang it's a predictability or it's a forecast that for example, Trump will win kasi optimistic yung market?
Umaakit naman din kasi because of tech and pharma. So pharma because of the coronavirus, tech because of what's happening around, na napupush lahat nung anything related to 5G, anything related to AI, anything related to social media, anything related also to the way things will be done via streaming. I think it's more of that. Yung yung issue lang naman ng tao sa tech is medyo mahal siya. Medyo mahal na siya. We're not where it was nung March. And whoever is president naman, I don't think they will rock the boat in terms of their growth. I think may big impact on how they tax the corporates. I really haven't seen yung impact nun kay from their yung underlying policies nila. Pero if you're asking it from a sentiment standpoint, ayaw lang naman ng tao uncertainty eh. So pag nawala yung uncertainty na yun, which I don't know kung si Trump parang may reklamo siya about what's happening. So I don't know if it leads to a court or to the Supreme Court how much uncertainty that puts. Kasi hindi naman nangyayari sa Amerika yun na nagkakaroon ng protesta more sa Pilipinas yung protesta sa elections eh. So it's interesting lang to see, pero I think a bigger question is, will that stop you from investing? Ako it won't naman. It's more of your rules should be independent of kung rule mo yung I guess kung rule mo yung economy for you to buy and sell, pwede. Pero if it's not part of your rules naman to buy and sell, you have other rules also that bibenta ko lang dahil sa mga conditions na to, it shouldn't really affect you also.
All right. Next question would be, what will be the role of fintech in our future? Why do they say it is the future? Fintech.
It's not actually the future. It's happening already. Everything that we're having right now is dadating yung time na hindi siya tatawaging fintech. Dadating yung time na it will just be finance because everything that's related to finance kailangan man technology. So it's not just anymore the future. Nangyayari na siya ngayon. It's so interesting because lahat ng mga plano sa what do you call this? Lahat ng plano sa finance because of the coronavirus mas na-accelerate siya, mas napabilis siya because of what's happening. So yung mga dating ayaw mag-transact online or ayaw i-transition yung business sila online or ayaw nila mag-cashless because of the pandemic. Ayan, no choice sila. Everyone's doing it. Everyone got trust no parang na-accelerate at a faster pace. It's not that walang what do you call this, na hindi siya nag-accelerate before. It's already accelerating pero the coronavirus pushed it even faster.
Let's talk about, since we're talking about fintech, no, Bitcoin recently skyrocketed, no, burst. What are your thoughts about that?
Alin?
Bitcoin.
Okay. It's been moving up naman since nung nagkaroon ng uncertainty sa market. So money went not just to Bitcoin, it went also to gold. So I think yun yung mga asset classes na pinuntahan niya kasabay also nung tech stock. So if you see a correlation at a certain point this year, nung nagkaroon ng uncertainty, money went first to Bitcoin, then gold also. Then at a certain point also, somewhere pagkabagsak niya no March, we saw also US markets start to move up as well. So it's been moving up. It's just that yung pag-akyat niya the past few days, hindi natin natamaan yung ganong kataas in quite some time. Pero malaki na inakyat niya even prior to November or October. We've seen it move up at a faster pace. And I guess siguro part of that also is sobrang daming printing na ginagawa ng US. So people are thinking about yung value ng dollar 10, 20 years into the future.
So that printing, no, it has a lot of implications. Do you think that the next stimulus package is likely to push through?
Depends depends who wins pero
Teka bro,
I think
naka-def ka sa
I think they need the money.
Def and
Also
nakamute.
they need to send money to number one is the reason why they're doing the stimulus package is para paulit-ulit paulit-ulit na Americans will spend, and as they continue to spend, the economy in the US will continue to thrive. Meaning, kung may panggastos yung mga tao sa kainan, may pambili yung mga tao ng groceries sila, may pambili ng everything feels normal. If everything feels normal, the wheels of the economy will turn. So, I, I don't know, I'm not an expert on American policies, pero they need that for the economy to thrive. And ano naman based on yung current na ginagawa nila, they just keep on printing for it to actually continue and happen and proceed also. So yeah. Hello?
Sean, are you still there?
Nawala si Sean na. Parang nawala si Sean.
Oo nga eh. Yeah, nawala.
Oh, sorry. Nakamute pala ako.
Ayan yan.
So, sorry. The question is, it's interesting that printing's happening in the US, but it's not happening here. It has never been discussed here in our country. Why is that so?
What do you mean?
Walang anything that would stimulate the economy here.
So there's I think there's more being spent sa US compared sa what's being spent in the Philippines. And if you compare it also, yung proportion ng GDP ng budget ng ibang bansa, yung proportion of what's being spent for the pandemic, I think lagging yung Philippines doon. Pero there are measures, they've been doing measures also to help stimulate it. Iba lang talaga sa states namimigay sila ng pera sa mga tao na medyo malaki. Tapos yung mga businesses para hindi magsara, they're giving them money also, tapos may mga loans pa. So yung degree of what's given mas malaki lang sa kanila compared sa atin. So I think that's one of the differences. Pero meron, it's not just to the degree of what's happening in other countries.
Yeah, sa atin parang super, parang halos wala.
Nakakahiya, bro. Talagang wala talaga. Hindi ko maramdaman.
I think sa ating business owners, talagang wala eh. I think wala talaga. And the government expects us business owners actually to to be the one to give it to at least our people.
Meron pa nga pinromise nila, tapos hindi naman nakadating. Like, they're going to commit that they're going to give, and then hindi dumating yung assistance ng national government. But the one in Batangas, they've been so helpful for our people. They were able to ask for our people naman nung COVID times pa. So,
well, that's good. Galing. Off ko lang yung banner, no? What next question is, what are the and this is I think for Mr. Guiding Light Germo. What are the top 5 investments for new graduates or fresh grads to invest in and start to accumulate?
From my perspective or kung ano yung sa kanila?
I guess since the question is directed towards you, more often from your perspective.
If fresh grad ako, I'd still do stocks and I'd still go into business pa rin. That ganun lang. I don't know if I'll do bonds if fresh grad ako. I don't know if I'll do anything that's siguro mas malaking degree of risk. I'll try it earlier on. So I think that's how I will look at it. Anything that they understand na that will give them larger upside since bata pa sila. I think that would be better for them. So I suggest that they study. Tignan nila kung ano yung investments that make sense for them, and then what they understand, what they think they can grow with, and then what they think uh, will work for them. That's what they should focus on. But for me, I'll always tell them start businesses as early as they can, and then when the businesses start making money, put them sa stock market, and then when the stocks make money, buy preferred shares, buy REITs, buy bonds, or later on they can also buy real estate. So any of those.
Great. JC, do you want to add to that?
Actually, it was funny kasi my cousin asked me the same question. He asked me if he had 100,000, where would he spend it? Ako talaga, coming from the background ng business talaga. And then, but he has a full-time job and he needs the job security and he can't focus on it. And then I told him to just look at the different opportunities. Gaya yung sabi ni Marv, what makes sense for you? So you want something passive? Tinuruan ko siya ng iba kong mga ininvestan ko na parang P2P lending, Marv, and then merong iba-ibang businesses. May NDA ako with some of them, pero meron ganun. And then meron din kaming, so I just taught him, I just told him, and then look at different real estate properties, how much it is, and then I went through the numbers with him to try to calculate. Honestly, it depends per person kung anong opportunities yung nakikita mo, ano yung allowed sa'yo na. Iba kasi yung situation ko kay Marv Iba yung situation ko sa cousin ko. So, it depends. You just have to honestly compare the different investments. A lot of the challenges kasi with young people that I see, they keep talking about it, pero they don't actually put in the time and try. Oh, how much is it gonna cost me to buy a single family home? How much is it going to cost me to? How do I compute the tax for that? How do I find out the HOA, the homeowners association fees, all of that? Parang if you don't put in the time to actually try to even check if it makes sense, then you're never going to start. Pero sa akin, based on my background, business talaga.
Pero business naman talaga is amazing. Kung hindi ako nag-stocks, mag-business din talaga ako kasi yun naman talaga yung that's one of the best ways to do it. Businesses will add money to you. Yung trabaho lang na stocks is it helps multiply it. And then depende. I lalabas to tomorrow. Video with Bo Sanchez, and he said that when we were talking, sabi niya, the stock market made sense for him because of his schedule. So if you're a type of person that hindi mo kaya kasi ito difference ng negosyo sa stock market. Yung negosyo, pag uwi mo sa bahay, dala mo pa yung sakit ng ulo. Especially kung tao yung problema mo. Pero sa stocks, wala na eh. Pag sarado yung market, wala ka na magagawa. Pero if you are a business operator, kung kunyari naniningil ka sa kliyente mo tapos hindi ka binabayaran, dala-dala mo yun. Tapos minsan may hinanakit pa yun. Yung mga things like that, or natalbukan ka ng check or ninakawan ka ng employee mo, or parang how do you increase sales also, or you have other competitors. So there's so much factors that you can't control. Unlike when you go into the stock market, after trading hours, ayun, you're done. Tapos ka na. So I think that's the difference. And siguro it's nice na kung bata ka, simulan mo na mas maaga para malaman mo what will work for you and what doesn't also work for you. So yeah, that's just my take on it, I guess.
Yeah. Ako naman, I just wanna add lang. Kasi kung fresh grad siya, and this person is, like, usually you have more time. Like today, I have to even taste the food quality later, right after this podcast. So hanggang midnight, I'm in our commissary. Nag-duty na ako ng morning till 5 o'clock. Tapos 8 o'clock usually till midnight, nandun ako sa kitchen namin. Nag-ano ng operation. So talagang totoo yung sinasabi ni Marv. It's not something na, it's not like a job lang na 8 to 5 you clock in and out. Wala. Talagang kasi we have 24/7 services now ngayon.
Tsaka yun yung hindi maintindihan ng mga tao sa business. Sa business, there's no holidays kahit sabihin ng mga tao na hindi work life balance. I don't think ano sasabihin mo sa kliyente mo pag for example may na food poison, kunyari putting it lang sa perspective ni JC, kasal na food poison yung bride, di ba kahit that could have happened or that could have happened several times or hindi man nangyari yun, pero as an owner you'll take responsibility of that kasi pangalan mo yung nakalagay doon kahit
the most important day in their life, pare. Once in a lifetime yung kasal, pinahiya mo sila sa buong guest nila. You have to fix it talaga.
Tapos eto pa, if that happened na nasa Europe si JC na nagbabakasyon, titigil siya kung ano man tour yun to take whatever call that's happening. That's the difference of being an employee and a business person. Totoo, you get to do what you want, pero yung flip side niya, you don't get to do also what you want also.
Kaya to learn more stocks, follow Marvin Guiding Light Germo talaga. Para chill lang.
May cons din kasi yung stock market eh. Yung cons sa stock market is you don't control it eh. Sa business you can control it eh. So, di ba, may control
somehow
mo. Parang kunyari, hindi ko kaya na mag-take in ng 15 customers, 10 lang talaga kaya ko. 10 lang talaga. Parang ganoon. You control your destiny somehow eh. Sa stocks hindi eh. So I think may the more control you have, the bigger your chance to earn. The lesser control you have, so when someone is doing it for you, the lesser your earnings also.
Pero alam mo, Marv, yung naalala ko lang si Robert Kiyosaki, cash flow quadrant. Diba yung employee, self-employed, businessman, investor. Ikaw nagtumiretso ka na sa investor eh. Yun yung dapat eh.
I'm doing all four. Ay, wala pa lang employment. Ay, wala pa lang employee. Pero I'm doing everything eh. Misconception ng ibang tao is you invest to retire eh. That's not true. You invest to do what you like eh. If what you like makes money for you also, why we've been brainwashed that pag empleyado ka, retire, magnegosyo ka na, and people think that being in a business is the end all eh. Tanangin si JC, pag nagnegosyo ka, mas malaki pa sakit ng ulo kaysa sa pag empleyado ka. Mas madali maging empleyado kaysa maging business person sa totoo lang. There's more riding in your shoulders. I've worked harder, longer nung hindi ako empleyado kaysa nung empleyado ko. Mas nakaka-stress siya.
Like in our company na lang, para we have 400 employees and families who depend on us. So yung pressure lang, not just for yourself, pero for all the people who rely on you, sobrang iba talaga yung challenges. Pero it really depends on you, again, on what pushes you, what motivates you, if this is something you like. So tama yung advice talaga ni Marv. Do what works for you talaga.
Yeah. Iba pa rin yung yung time freedom mo rin pag investor, no? Yan ang pero most business people yan ang yan talaga yung goal eh. Maging investor na lang. No? VC or angel. Usually yan yung graduation eh from if you look at Silicon Valley, entrepreneurs who exit usually become investors. It's kind of like the next step. And Mr. Guiding Lights journey, diretso siya doon. Yun magaling. So, speaking of, na-mention mo kanina, JC, P2P lending. Ano yung P2P lending? Alam ko lang P2P yung point-to-point na bus eh.
I'm not sure actually, Marv, kung tama yung term ko, kung P2P lending siya.
Tama, peer-to-peer.
But peer-to-peer, like, instead of, like, diba sa stocks, you put your money and you invest it, you own a part of this company, the big company, or like sa mutual funds or sa UITFs, you put your money and then the bank or there's somebody who manages the fund for you. Ito, the one that I do, I invest on, it's a loan. It's essentially a loan with these different companies na individual company lang siya. It can be multinational businesses here in the Philippines or national businesses in the Philippines. And then they will give me. I don't own any portion of their business. I have no say in operating their business, but I have a fixed monthly return. Ganon yung deal ko, yung structure ko. Is that P2P lending, Marv? Tama ba yun?
Di ko alam eh. Yung gray area, di ko alam kung ako tama siya tawagin na gray area. If they solicit investments from people, either through debt or equity, without may license eh. So I don't know also may kung anong what area they are treading on. If it's offered lang to friends, baka pwede, but if it's offered to the public already, there are certain licenses also that are needed. Kasi yung nangyayari pwede kasi madami mga ganun app lang siya eh. So yung ibang app, di mo na alam kung tinatakbo yung pera also or saan talaga napupunta. May mga certain facets na gano'n na nakalagay lang na the money goes here. Tapos hindi mo alam na hindi pala pupunta yung pera doon pero binabalik lang nila yung binibigay nila sa'yo. So siguro for people watching this, they have to really know kung kanino nila ginagawa yun. It has to be someone that is trusted. And then normally the interest rates dyan medyo mataas, medyo higher than what you would get sa banks higher than what you would get sa bonds. I haven't tried kasi ano siya I consider it risky also na baka may chance hindi bumalik din yung cash, especially pag startup yung business. I'd like to invest in startups as an investor. Natanggap mo yung risk ko na wala yung business, pero sa debt hindi ko na try kasi pag debt wala kang say pero pag investor ka, since you have stake in, may equity ka, kahit papaano you mas transparent yung some of the items that are not available also to everyone. So yun, I guess research lang kung sino yung nagpapahiram or kung sino yung platform na yun is someone na reputable also, especially that I think they're treading in a gray area. I guess that's what I could say about it.
Definitely, like when we invested there, actually, we had our lawyer create the contract format, and then we were the ones. So it's definitely legal naman. But
tsaka pabor sa inyo.
Kasi alam mo bro, my parents, they're in the 50s, they're on the 60s na, seniors na sila, and they have been putting so much of their money completely lang on our catering business. And I was really advising them that they need to diversify, they need to open different avenues for income. Kasi nga napapanood ko si Guiding Light, so talagang ang dami ko natututunan, Marv. So I am telling my parents na, then I just evaluated the different options that I had. And then I also invested my own cash kasi I'm at the situation na, although risky siya, because it's not like sa mutual funds na parang there's so many companies. This one, it's just one company, but I reviewed their financials naman. So tama yung sinabi ni Marv, you have to do the research. You have to know who the entrepreneurs behind it are. I can't name the specific parang fast food na sinalihan kong ganyan. Pero yung entrepreneur na yon, siya yung number 1 na nagpa-franchise sa buong Philippines nung fast food na yon. So it's a win-win situation kasi I lessen her risk, and then I'm also able to help her fund to go nationwide, to get all of the different branches that she wants. And also dun sa isa pang business na that business wanted to go nationwide, but they didn't want to give up equity. So now they're in every SM in the Philippines and we're helping them. So parang ganun lang, tulungan lang. But it was challenging during the pandemic pa. Kasi
magigets nila yun. Kung sino yan? Na-mention mo sa isa pang video.
Ay, sabi ko.
Na-mention mo, so babalikan lang nila yung dati. Or kung nanonood sila regularly.
Nadulas pala ako.
Nagets ko agad. Ito pala yun.
Oo. Basta yun na lang. You have to watch Sean's videos na lang.
Kay Marv ata yun eh, when we
Sa akin,
guested
sa
sa
channel ko yun.
Sa channel
sa
mo
channel
pala.
ni Marvin.
Naalala ko yun. Facebook Live. Ano?
Facebook Live. Pero galing mga private investments, no? Ikaw, Marv, may private investments ka rin, di ba? Anong, would you say na I think, JC, mas marami yung private investments mo, no, than mga stocks?
I haven't tried stocks pa. But I've been watching Marsu videos. Hindi pa. Puro private investments. Kasi, yun nga, parang ako
Mas
kasi
malaki
parang
upside yun.
pinag-aaralan ko yung business. Puro, yun lang yung alam ko eh. Like, I wanna see the business model. I wanna see if it's sustainable. I wanna look at the financials. Yun yung alam ko eh. So, iba talaga. But I want to get into real estate.
Mas malaki upside ng private kasi ano eh, especially pag nagsa-start, unlike sa stock market, kahit IPO siya, malaki na siya eh. So iba yung galaw ng company from 10 million to 100 million kesa 1 billion to 2 billion, parang ganun. So 10 million to 100 million, mas malaki yung growth as compared to 1 billion to 2 billion. Totoo billion siya pero yung multiplier is smaller. Smaller na siya.
So how much would you say, Marv, yung private investments mo versus yung public mga stocks, bonds, etc.? Maliit lang ba yung private mo? Yeah.
Di ko alam, di ko mineasure sa ganun, pero I don't have an exact figure, pero medyo sizable din yung private eh. Kasi it's not just one, iba-iba rin siya through the years din. So I don't know.
For those who are listening in right now and maybe they're thinking, "Uy, may mga lumapit din sa akin ng mga parang nagpapa-invest na private or startup." What's your advice? What are the first things you look at and first warnings that first red flags that you check out before you even move on in the conversation of investing?
Na-realize ko you're investing in the person more yun yung kasi unlike sa stocks pag nasa stock market may mga ISO certifications na yan, sobrang daming lawyers na yan, sobrang daming accountants na yan. Pag nag-invest ka sa startup, wala lahat yun so nasa galing tsaka integrity ng tao na nag-handle ng business. Sobrang dami pang butas yan so it's not just about the concept. It can be a food cart, pero kung sobrang galing ng entrepreneur nun, that's what you're paying for yung ingenuity niya tsaka yung risk factor din na pwede naman mawala hindi siya so to say this people always say the stock market is risky, pero mas risky yung investment sa business kasi pwedeng mag-zero yung pera nyo. Sa stock market naman hindi mag-zero yung pera nyo, especially you buy the big ones na may dividends, hindi mawawala yung pera nyo so it's just that exposure lang ng tao talaga sa Pilipinas, savings accounts tsaka real estate. And then when they get introduced to the stock market, parang, uy, risky na to kagad. It's I guess we're just very it's a young concept still to all of us, to at least the country. We're not mature yet compared to other countries.
Go, JC, what are the first flags that you look at? No?
Ako, the first thing talaga, kasi it's true, you're really investing on the person. Kasi ako, I was fortunate enough to invest with somebody. I can talk about this, Tent King. So Tent King is the number 1 tent provider in the Philippines. And then he made a separate company na chair rentals naman. So the first thing I look at is how would I add value, and how would this person add value if I join or partner with them? Kasi it's always, for me, dapat kailangan parang 1 + 1 = 3 yung synergy namin. So I look at first, definitely, is this person going to be an entrepreneur? Kaya niya ba? Kaya niya ba? Does he have the proof of concept? Has he already led businesses na napalago niya na? Has he shown that he can manage people? And pare, Ted King is now nationwide na. So when I looked at that guy, si Sir Joey Espiritu, is my ninong now, nakita ko talaga sa kanya, sabi ko, pare, parang, and then he's going to go into a business na it's already in the wedding industry as well. He has all the networks in the wedding industry. And then he's going to sell the same product to the customer. Say just a different product pero to the same customers he already has. And then I saw how I add value to this. So parang it depends on the situation ng mo na parang what your strengths are as a company, and then if you're going to invest in somebody, ano yung ma-add niyang value. And then I also look at, so aside from the person, aside from the value that they can add based on their strengths or the other businesses that they own, definitely the financials. At the end of the day, it's about return on investment. So you have to see what's the business model, how are you going to earn money, how are you going to get your money back, how long will it take. So at the end of the day, it's really about ROI. So if financials pala, kita mo, it doesn't make sense. Pero also you need to double check kasi a lot of startups have really bad accounting processes. They have, I mean, usually pag startup, hindi pa polished yung accounting nila. So I allow my people to check the accounting information. Ako din naman, may background ako sa business school. So pinag-aralan ko lang yung mga numbers. If ka-questionin mo lang yung details ng FS nila, yung income statement, lahat, somehow malalaman mo eh. You really have to do your research. You have to ask about the business model, who are their clients, how much sales do they do per month, per day, per contract. Then somehow ma-breakdown mo. Mahuhuli mo kung tama yung FS eh. And I would recommend joining startups with proof of concept. For me, like, dapat masyadong risky for me pag wala man lang proof of concept that they have done something and it's just an idea.
Kaya pala, sa akin kasi minsan PowerPoint pa lang or minsan the company's not really making money yet. That's why, yun, minsan ganun. So, or talagang the idea is interesting but wala pa talagang operations. May ganun, oh. So,
ininvestan mo.
Oh.
Yaman talaga ni Marvin.
Kamusta naman?
Sample, meron early this year. Hindi pa nag-operate. Hanggang hindi pa, nag-start na konti. Nag-operate na. Kasi natamaan ng lockdown. Ganun.
Pero, but, you know, you checked everything. You liked the presentation. No proof of concept. You invested. You think it will fly pa rin even after this pandemic?
Syempre, it's hard to forecast, no? Pero, the concept is good. The people behind it are good. Okay na sa akin yun. If it does well, di okay. If it does not do well, ano yung matututunan ko doon sa next investment? Lagi naman ganun. It's always, what's the lesson that you can learn from it eh.
So, ito ba yung, alam ko tong investment mo na to. Ito ba yung ano? Or, basta alam ko yung picture kayo, marami kayo doon eh.
Ay, iba pa yun.
Iba pa yun?
Okay. Yun naman, that was supposed to launch earlier, pero because also of the pandemic, yung offer ng products na delay ng konti, pero meron na rin na offer ngayon, pero it's a different variant of what was supposed to be initially offered. Kasi ganun din eh, sarado yung mga offices. So yung permits na kailangan to get approvals from the different agencies naman, hindi nakuha. So hanggang sa na-delay, they had to pivot and offer something else first.
Wow, hassle. Shucks. Grabe yun ah. So ang question ko ngayon, stemming from that is, do they give you updates as investors? So both you say both on the one you like the idea, wala pang proof of concept, and then itong kinukwento mong nag-pivot, do they give you reports also on your NJC? Same question. How often?
Meron, tas may parang WhatsApp group kami lahat, nagkukwentuhan lang kami. Oh, pag may nakita kami ano, ganun lang. Pero meron pero kung I don't know, I trust the people lang. So I think they're gonna do a good job. They send reports. I try to glance into it pero hindi yung dinadaya ba niya ako, ano nangyari dito, ganun. Kasi kung may doubt ako na dadayain ako, hindi na ako mag-i-invest to begin with. Yun yung sa akin. If there's any point na tingin ko magkakaroon ng dayaan or shady na baka ba't ganito yung numbers niya, I wouldn't put my money in the first place. So there's reports also kung ano na yung cash level, ano yung naging gastos, ano yung naging impact net ng for example ng pandemic. So ano yung ginawa para ma-minimize yung expenses. Pero other than that, I think you can always ask questions naman since you're also part of it. Pero ano siya, it's very transparent and they give timely reports naman, and the communication lines have been open dun sa kung saan man yun. So yeah.
Ako naman, dun sa business na we invested on directly, definitely may board meeting kami per month. Now we do it via Zoom. And then we have all the financials, operations reports. It's basically what Marv said. We have the income statement, liquidity ratios, how it affected throughout the pandemic, how are we going to minimize expenses. Go ahead, Marv, may sasabihin ka.
Then alam ko na yung difference natin. Sobrang when JC invests, he becomes a partner. That's why yung decision making malaki yung part niya talaga doon. And then when you say that you come in and what do you bring to the table? May input. Ako investor lang talaga. I know pero wala akong bahala sila magpalakad. Either two things lang. Pinipili talaga ni JC na parang partner talaga siya doon or sobrang laki talaga ng pera nila na investment that he has a large say in whatever business that there is. So, doon yun na makikita yung proportion of man. I guess proportion of man. Sa akin talaga, well, no input. Oo.
Hindi. Actually, dalawa nga eh. Dalawa yung type na ininvestan ko. One was, I have no input. Parang I'm the money lang. Pero nung nag-pandemic, we really stepped up. Kasi it's a local business here in Batangas nag-start. But it's now nationwide in the Philippines. Na their mga product, their mga ano sila. Like in every SM meron sila all over Luzon na and they're starting Vismin. So, nung nangyari yung pandemic and hindi dapat ako nakialam na kami. Kasi they were having big challenges. And we offered help, we offered marketing support, we bundled them with some of our products, yung mga promos nila. We tried to reach some of our database as well, just to support the business. Pero talagang honestly, wala akong dapat na support doon kasi parang loan agreement lang siya. And then what happened was, doon naman sa investment na I invested talaga, Sean, yun, talagang we have regular board meetings. And it's so fun, pare. Like when you come out of the board meetings, you come out, you're so excited, you're so parang hyped up kasi you learn so much from these people. Eh. It's more than parang ang dami mong natututunan from people way ahead of your season as business people. Ang dami ko na-meet through those experiences. Kaya okay talaga siya and hindi lang siya transparency of updates pero talagang just like what Marv was saying, synergy. Kahit na maliit lang yung share namin, pero talagang you have a voice eh. People hear you. And wala, it's really exciting.
Si Marv tapon lang ng pera eh.
Oh, ganun lang.
Ito na, take my money.
Hindi, pinag-aaralan yun. Ito interesting. I look at a lot of things. Siguro out of 100, dalawa lang ini-investan ko. Ganun ka, hindi siya basta-basta.
Ang dami namang lumalapit sa'yo, bro. Sa akin, parang isa lang sa 3 taon eh.
Gusto mo
alam na eh.
gusto mo mag-post ako na Sean is looking for madami yan, sobrang dami yan. It has dried yung lalo na ngayon kasi because of the pandemic, funding has dried up a bit for in some not in every area pero some nagtitipid ng cash eh. So kung magsasabi ka na gusto mo mag-invest, meron yan. So experiment tayo, post tayo ngayon. Sean is wanting to invest.
Is billion.
Wala pa akong.
Pero meron, ang dami yan, sobrang dami ngayon. I mean, siguro not as much as 2019 pero meron pa rin. Meron
Akala ko sobrang daming pera ni Sean pang invest. Akala ko yung sobrang dami.
kaya huwag mo na magpo-post.
Sobrang yaman nga, biruin mo tayo, nagtatrabaho siya, nag-camping na, nag on the river, spending my riches.
First time ko lumabas in 7 months. Alam mo, before that, yung last na lumabas ako ng bahay, yung tagramin tayo sa BGC. Yun.
Oy, hindi tayo.
Bro.
Nakita tayo, ha? Nakita tayo.
Sabi sa akin yun daw yung labas niya lang. Pero may tinatanong sa akin last time, saan magandang resort, bro? Lalabas na naman ako eh.
Totoo.
Cooped up sa bahay.
Sa search, madami, actually, pero hindi ako lumalabas. Kaya nga, for ako, the best advice I could give people is play StarCraft, stay at home, save money, save lives. Tapos di ka pa gumagastos.
StarCraft pa rin, bro. Kala ko mag-Among Us ka na.
Wala eh. Mas StarCraft is like chess eh. Sobrang tatalino ka talaga dun eh. The strategy. Totoo. Madami na ako nakausap na gamers, as in gamers talaga ngayon, ayaw nila mag-StarCraft. Kasi naka-stress daw eh. It's harder.
Hindi naman.
Kasi parang macro, micro siya, tapos sabay-sabay lahat. For example, compared to Mobile Legends, isang character lang. Ito, sabay-sabay different areas of the map, how you strategize. Ano unahin mo, economy, or ano unahin mo, yung ganun. It's perceived as modern day chess.
Modern day chess? Pero meron ngayon, alam mo yung mga auto chess ngayon? Hindi.
Isa lang lalaro ko. That's only
Ano yung auto chess?
Yung ito na naging games na yung transition natin, no? Ako yung nilalaro ko, Teamfight Tactics. Ano siya? Bali, para siyang roulette. It's like you have cards that you pick out randomly and then you spend money to buy one. Within the game lang. It's game currency. May economy ka rin, like StarCraft. So you buy and then you level up your chess pieces. Parang ganun. So, lumalakas yung chess pieces mo to fight the other person's chessboard.
Interesting yun. Nanonood ako sa Netflix and Queen's Gambit. Tapos nag-chess ako nung bata ako. Na-realize ko, chess is strategy, pero walang individual strength eh. Hindi mo, kunyari, lahat ng pawn, pare-pareho lang sila. So, there's no differentiating factor na pag kakain siya ng kalaban, yun na yun, talo na kagad. Unlike sa basketball, na pag-shoot, kunyari si Giannis, may chance pa rin na hindi shoot yun, may chance na shoot eh. So sa chess walang ganung variable eh. So maganda yung game na yan, maganda yan.
Mahilig ka ba sa chess?
Ako, varsity ako.
Grabe. Yun eh.
Nakakayaman sabihin pero varsity ako.
Bakit naman nakakahiya?
Yun yung mga hindi pumasa ng basketball.
Ganun ba? Hindi Pero ako, I love chess. Growing up, I love playing with my dad. And then, Games of the Generals din. I love playing that. So, strategy.
Nagano ako dati, nagko-compete na ako. May chance na ako parang hindi man national level, siguro a step before that. Pero natalo ako ng 8-year-old eh. Sabi ko, wala akong pag-asa dito kasi kailangan magaling ka sa chess eh. Yung utak mo, you're thinking way ahead of everyone.
Ilang taon ka na nun?
High school.
High school, tas 8 years old. Medyo nakakawala nga ng ano yun.
Pero sobrang
confidence.
Pero sobrang galing kasi, sobrang galing. Pero magaling din ako nun. Dati ginagawa ko, 4 kalaban ko sabay-sabay, tapos may clock. Naglalakad ako 4. Ganun. Oh.
Solid
Tapos naglalaro ako mag-isa to simulate moves. Nagbabasa ako ng mga books about how to end. Madami. Kabisado ko yung first 10 moves and then to counter ko yung ano. Kaya parang StarCraft siya. As in,
Grabe. Adik ka pala sa chess.
sabi ko kasi hindi ako pumasa ng basketball varsity. yung mga chess, table tennis, badminton. Hindi ka
Dapat
nakumota na
laro tayo chess. Bisita ako sa'yo.
Hindi na ako magaling. Pwede naman online eh. May online.
Hindi rin naman ako, ang tagal ko rin hindi naglalaro eh. Ano lang, fun game.
May online chess naman. Or StarCraft na. StarCraft na lang. Mamaya, after this, guys, comment below if you want Shansi to play StarCraft. Tapos stream natin siya. Oh, tara. Let's try it off. Tama. StarCraft na lang. Guys, pag maka 5 like to, 5 like lang. StarCraft with Shansi. Discord channel.
100.
Discord channel. StarCraft. Ang sarap. Maganda siya. It's a good game. I tried Call of Duty. Okay naman. Sa app. Okay lang. Pero wala siyang, ito strategy talaga eh. Tapos yung Among Us, hindi ko alam bakit gusto ng tao.
Pero na-try mo na.
Hindi ko maintindihan eh. Takbo ka lang ng takbo eh.
Ano yun? A game of parang espionage eh. Of deception.
Takbo ka lang ng takbo. Tapos meeting sila ng meeting.
Pag may napatay. Sino ba kalaro mo mga friends? Kakilala mo?
Hindi, whoever's, may di ba? May public
mas masaya pag friends.
Mas masaya pag friends pag StarCraft 2. Tara na, let's do this. After, run tayo. Okay, JC ikaw yung tiebreaker. Kasi sabi ni Sean, ayaw niya mag-StarCraft. Sabi ko mag-StarCraft kami after. Do you suggest that we play StarCraft after this?
Yes, bro. Stay home, save lives, play StarCraft.
Play StarCraft.
Billionaire Opportunity, Marvin Carding like Guapong Germo. Streaming live.
Grabe hanggang ngayon ba naman?
Tara.
Guys, comment below #boss will play StarCraft.
Boss will play StarCraft.
May next question na tayo. Puro laro na yung pinag-uusapan natin.
By the way, nasa ako, gold league na ako. Hindi, gold level. Asia server.
May rank ba ang StarCraft?
Meron. May rank.
Grabe, adik.
Sobrang tagal na hindi ako naglaro ng StarCraft, bro. 1 pa eh. Tapos sa mga computer shop pa. Tapos kami mga cousins ko. Hindi ko na alam yung 2.
Actually, StarCraft 1 lang din talaga nilalaro ko. Tapos lahat ng mga kalaro ko ng StarCraft 1, nainis sila kasi ang bagal. Pinilit nila ako mag-2. So, nag-2 ako. Actually, may kasalanan nito si Carlo Ople. May kasalanan. Kasi nag-tweet siya, sabi niya, etong mga trolls na to, para silang Zergling. Parang ang bibilis nila, parang Zergling Rush. Tapos sabi ko, download ko kayong StarCraft. Tapos after that, ayun na. The rest is...
Welcome to the gaming channel na tayo ngayon.
Oo nga. Balik tayo sa investment. May tanong si Patrick, sabi niya, what are your top investments during the pandemic? Aside from your wife.
Love.
Naunahan ka na niya, aside from your wife daw.
Hindi, love. Love God. And
tama naman.
Top investments. Siyempre, your top investments, pandemic, no pandemic, good economy, bad economy should always be the same. Dapat hindi magbabago yun. Kasi yung skill set mo for it should be the same, good economy or bad economy. So what works for you when things are good should also be the ones that will work for you when things are bad. Kasi dun ka na nasanay eh. So parang, for example, si Sean, hindi naman siya nag-shift ng negosyo just because nagkaroon ng pandemic. Unless talaga totally na-disrupt siya, I guess.
Actually, I come from that background na totally na-disrupted. So, what we did, yung content cash flow that we had, we invested it in in
Sobra, konting
short-term
cash.
investments. Konti
Konting
lang,
cash.
bro.
Ayoko na. Nagkamalihan dito. Ayoko.
Naglolokohan na tayo. Grabe yung ano.
Okay, I'm back.
wala. Ayan.
Na-offend ako. Sobrang yaman. Tapos ganun.
Si JC,
Hindi,
ano yan? Yung
we
konti sa
invested in
kanya,
one-
billion.
Hindi. We invested in something short-term. Actually, Marvin helped me out eh. I asked him on Messenger. He was so game. He helped me answer.
Nalala ko yun. Okay.
Yeah. And then we really tried to diversify something na kasi yun yung kwento ng parents ko. They've put all their eggs halos in one basket talaga. They have so many mutual funds because they're scared of what will happen if they leave me. I'm the only child. Pero other than mutual funds, they don't have anything else diversified. And then, we continued to invest in other things other than our company. Pero honestly, that was so small. And most of the money that we had was talagang, we held on to it first, talaga. We held on to it na cash lang. Kasi we're scared of what would happen in the economy. And then we're just holding on na pagbalik ng economy, saka na kami ulit mag-i-invest. Yun. Hello? Are you guys still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Medyo nag-chop lang.
Ako, I'm in all lang.
So, galing, no? Sabi ni Marvin, same. What you're investing in, your top investments pre-pandemic should be the same during the pandemic.
Oo. Kasi hindi naman ako nagbago, stocks pa rin ako. It's just lang yung style mo may tama si JC, pivot lang eh. Pero yung ginawa ni JC, in essence, he's still there. Nag-park lang siya in cash eh. Parang ganun eh. Pero hindi naman niya sinabi, sige, magsa-start tayo ng junkyard kasi ito na yung uso, kailangan ng tao, madami pa rin magtatampo ng basura ngayon eh. So, I think ganun eh. I was with, are you familiar, kilala niyo si Josiah Go? I think he's one of the best marketing minds in the country. Sabi niya, ganun din eh. If you lose everything, you also start with, saan ka pa rin magaling? Kasi it doesn't make sense to start something from zero, whereas itong ginagawa mo ngayon, kahit yung nawala lang naman pera eh. Pero yung experience mo, yung skill mo, nandun pa rin eh. Unless talaga na disrupt na talaga ng technology yung negosyo mo, like negosyo mo answering machine, di ba? Mga ganun. Totally, you have to really pivot of that. Yun. So that's my answer to it. I hope it was something.
Yeah, to add to what Marv said about parang pivoting lang, kasi diba, the question was about yung investment mo during pandemic and how do you adjust. Parang somehow I'm thinking na ganun yung mindset eh. We tried to pivot our business in different aspects based on the different strengths that we had. Meron kaming linen department, so we made a face mask production facility. Meron kaming purchasing department and we had the supply chain management, so ginawa namin grocery. So, short term, it worked kasi madami kaming kilala sa Batangas, madami bumibili sa amin. Pero it's nothing, it didn't work long term. Kasi that's not our core eh. That's not who we are. Gaya na sabi ni Marv, you focus on your strength. And then, we realized na we have to pivot, pero still to the core ng strength mo. So, ang core ng business namin was food pa rin that we can provide to, kasi our capacity is up to 10,000 guests eh. So we found out sino yung corporations, companies that are still alive, which are hospitals, government, or who are the ones paying for hospital food, which are the pharma people. Diba? So we tried to assess, and it's still the same. We didn't change our market. We're still targeting high-end companies that are that need our food. Except hindi na siya yung banquet events na parang catering na Christmas party. Ngayon, packed meal deliveries para sa mga tauhan nila to give them healthy food, good food. So it's about pivoting pa rin to your strengths. And if you're going to invest in something, it should still be something that you're parang that eh. Hindi yung parang start ka from scratch just because uso yung face mask. So, mag-invest ako about the face mask business. Hindi eh. So, I still looked at the strength of yung main core competency talaga namin, which is food and all of that. And then doon kami nag-focus. So, you're not just going to invest because uso or ano, ganyan. Yun din yung natutunan ko during this pandemic time.
Masispill ko yung we were talking to Bo Sanchez, tinanong ko ano yung biggest mistake niya sa negosyo. Yun din, he started businesses na hindi niya gusto tsaka hindi siya magaling. So may mga nalugi siya dati, nagtayo siya ng mga fishball business, food cart business, tapos na-realize niya hindi yun talaga yung gusto niya. So you will ultimately go back din kung ano yung pinaka gusto mo. I think that's how it will always go back to ano gusto mo, saan ka magaling, and what makes you also happy. Pero kung totoo naman, pwede mo gawin yung negosyo na hindi nagpapasaya sa'yo. Pero kung on the second year, third year, tapos hindi ka masaya doon, bakit mo pag ginagawa, di ba? Parang, I'd rather earn less doing something that I like than earn more doing something that I don't like. Ako, yun lang yung mentality ko.
At saka in times of during a pandemic, that like what Patrick Miguel was probably alluding to na, alam mo, what type of investment will you deviate to or in pivot? Parang sa akin, saan ka kilala? So at the end of the day, it was not hard for us to penetrate corporate accounts kasi kilala na namin sila. It's just a different product. So if it's about investing in the pandemic and things, parang you strict to your core if you're a business owner, and then you just try to see what are the different new opportunities na nandyan eh. Kasi definitely, there's another way to look at things eh. There's another market who will need your product. And there's something that you can offer that nobody else has.
Totoo. Tsaka sample, I attended the FinTech Week this year. Sobrang astig yung mga concepts dun eh. Pero it doesn't mean I'll invest in them eh. Lahat ng pinag-uusapan nila dun are parang mapapakamot ka ng ulo sa tayo pinaglalaban natin dito yung mga charges sa online transactions. It's not even talked about. They're talking about decentralized finance already. They're talking about digital ledgers. They're talking about, nakakita talaga ako ng robot na nagsasalita na AI, nakausapin mo, tatratuin ka parang tao. Ganun doon mo makita na pinag-aawayan natin sa Pilipinas, white sand sa Manila Bay, samantalang in other countries they're talking about ideas, they're talking about things that will shape the course of the world in the next 50 years. Tapos tayo white sand sa Manila Bay yung pinag-aawayan natin. So it's just so interesting.
Grabe. Ang layo talaga natin, pero kaya prayers talaga, bro. Bro, may tanong dito si Patrick Miguel, no? One of your biggest fans.
Binigyan niya ako ng Miami Heat na cap. Oo.
Talaga? Stig. Shout na, nakikinig siya ngayon. Shout out.
Ba't tumatawa si JC sa Miami? Ito sinabi ko Miami Heat na cap, tumawa siya. Ba't ka tumawa?
Talo, pare. Heat really hurts, pare. Fan ka ba ng Miami?
Ay, hindi naman. Kobe talaga ako. Wala na si Kobe. Tapos Golden State ako. Wala yung Golden State this year. Pero gusto ko si Jimmy Butler. So, he characterizes everything that I like for an entrepreneur. Minsan sipag lang talaga yung kailangan. Tapos, yung nakita mo hindi ko alam kung pinapanood mga interviews, yung mindset niya, galing eh. Parang, in-interview siya ni Rachel Nichols, sabi ni Rachel Nichols, parang, you realize that you're not favored to win this. Sabi niya, I don't care what people think, we're gonna make it to the championship. Tapos nung naging Miami, siya, di ba, Philadelphia 76ers, sobrang lakas nun. Stacked yung first 5 nila eh. Tapos, lumipat siya sa Miami, pinagtawanan siya ng mga tao kasi hindi ka mananalo dyan. Tapos, nung pumasok sila sa playoffs, ang lakas nila, sabi niya, tingin mo ba hindi ako lilipat dito kung wala akong chance manalo? Yung ganung yun yung mindset ng taong, yun ang winner. Yun ang Juan Carlo catering mindset. Yun. That's how I'll frame it.
Bro, ang tanong ni Patrick Miguel, how do you feel when people call you guiding light. Ka-look-alike ni Piolo, mas pogi kay Erwan and sobrang yaman.
Wala. What people need to realize is you don't take what other people say, kahit pure or masama. So, yun, it doesn't really dumadaan lang. Sabi mo, ako pinakaboging tao, dadaan lang. Sabi mo, ako pinakapangit na tao, dadaan lang sa akin. Yun. People need to realize that you don't get your identity from what other people say to you. So, it doesn't, wala.
Pero bro, if so many people are saying it na parang nagiging facts na talaga siya eh. Talagang iba na eh.
Hindi naman.
Bro, ito next question. In your opinion, did we hit rock bottom for the economy? Do you think we're starting to recover?
We are. May kinakasal na nga ngayon eh. Wala, that's something you never see on April eh. The fact na things like that are starting already. Layo na, we're very far from where we were in April. Nakailan labas na ako mag-ramen eh, hindi ko gagawin yun na April. Tsaka nga,
Binigaya.
Hindi, minsan biglaan lang. Pwede, sige, gusto nyo, pwede. Ramen tayo, sige, tara. One of these days. Ano sasabihin ko? Dati, April, we used to cook everyday. Ngayon, we don't cook anymore. We don't cook as much anymore. Parang bumabalik ka sa normal. Pero yung nag-iba lang, food panda lahat. Food panda lahat siya. So I think that's what changed. Tsaka instead na magboborakay ka, StarCraft ka na lang. Tipid ka pa. 'Di ba? So guys, comment below guys.
Pwede na pala magborakay ngayon, no?
Pwede na. Palawan, pwede na rin. Open na yung Palawan, Leo. Sa Leo, which is owned by Ayala Land, they have an offer 25,000 per head. I think 3 or 4 nights. Kasama na airfare, kasama na yung accommodation, tapos full board na lunch, breakfast, dinner.
Wow.
Sulit na yun. Sulit na yun.
Solid yun.
Airfare, hotel, food. Tapos syempre, may nakalagay lagi doon, free kayak, which pag nandun ka, hindi mo naman gagamitin. Yung kayak, maganda lang siya sa start pero pag 30 minutes na, tapos nakakapagod na, balik na tayo.
Ako naman, I'm not a macro perspective guy. I don't really follow all the news about it. Pero from the perspective lang namin na nasa wedding industry, we've seen definitely dumadami na ulit yung weddings. Not in terms of the weddings happening now, but there are a lot of clients na they're having their small intimate gatherings now, and then they plan to have a 1-year anniversary in the future, na big event naman. And then a lot of our clients then are starting to get their jobs back, starting to have the sense of stability. And because of that, dumadami na ulit yung bookings compared talaga before. So if you're comparing before and now, sobrang layo siya.
Sobrang layo na,
Sobrang layo.
Super layo. I think we're far na. Tsaka people are adapting eh. Kasi dati parang di mo alam kung ano mangyayari ngayon. Ngayon, alam mo na yung mangyayari. You already know how to protect yourself also eh.
Pero ang dami pa rin new cases every day. No?
I think that thing's a point that we will just have to live with it eh. Nandun lang siya. Hindi siya mawawala kahit magkaroon ng cure. Before the medicine will come sa Philippines, 1 or 2 years pa yan. How can they provide 7 billion people with vaccines kagad? Hindi kagad pupunta sa atin yun. So I think it's something that we just have to deal with it. Or katulad ng ginagawa ko, hindi ako lumalabas masyado. Play StarCraft, stay at home, save money, stay safe.
All right. And siguro the last question would be about China. So we see that China is really growing, becoming a superpower. What are your thoughts on investing in China? Do you have China companies in your portfolio as well?
Ako wala, pero kung marunong lang mag-Mandarin, mag-aaral ako mag-Mandarin. Totoo, halos lahat ng mga sinusundan ko mga investor, pare-pareho lahat ng sinasabi nila China, 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 China. So, yun. Syempre the US won't be out, pero ano China's taking over. I think so. I think. Tsaka ano sila may naka-work na ba kayo na Chinese? As in, mainland Chinese sa kahit anong engagement or anything. Sobrang aggressive nila Sobrang, di ko alam kung parang western na sila, sobrang upfront, sobrang direct, bayad na ako ngayon, ganun sila. Tapos ano pa sila, parang ano tawag doon? Close na natin itong deal na to, pirma na, tapos bayaran kita bukas. Sa Pilipinas, last pinag-uusapan lagi yung bayad maniningil ka pa sila. Bayad agad, ganun. Di ba tama ba JC? Tama, you're nodding kasi ganun sila tapos madami sa kanila nag-aral sa Europe so dala nila yung culture ng Chinese, tapos they learned a lot pa from Western ideologies. So, yun. Wala akong Chinese investments ngayon, pero I think it's the future. Pero also, kunyari, yung mga investments ko, for example, sa US, may exposure sila sa China. People have to understand that, that, kunyari, you invest in Tesla, may gigafactory sa China. You invest in Apple, their biggest manufacturing also is in China. So, kahit US yung ininvestan mo, somehow, may exposure sa China. Yung interesting pala, nakalimutan ko sabihin, China before was the largest factory in the world. Ngayon, they're not just the largest factory in the world, they're also the largest marketplace. Kaya nga, alam to ni JC kasi sinusundan niya yung Miami Heat. The joke lang. Ang laki nung nawalang revenue sa NBA ngayon because of a comment lang that was against China. Tapos they lost a lot of money because China is one of the largest marketplaces in the world already. Na ayaw siya, kaya madaming din galit kay LeBron James kasi ang dami niyang comment about US freedom, pero freedom in Hong Kong, parang yun, things like that. But they don't want to spoil yung relationship nila sa China. Ganun kalaki yung revenue na nakukuha ng ibang bansa sa China. Or at least ibang businesses.
Yung kay Daryl Morey yun, no, pare?
Si Houston Rockets.
Totoo. Go ahead,
So,
John.
I've no news on that. So may player comment about China.
General manager. Actually, di pa nga sa China nag-comment lang siya na we stand with Hong Kong, parang ganun. Yun lang yung comment niya.
Grabe.
Tas pull out lahat ng laro canceled.
And then the NBA parang commissioner supported freedom of speech but did not directly state against China naman. And then sobra, they didn't allow all the TV shows not just the games na pre-season, pero they didn't allow the games to be telecasted on China, which is huge amounts of money.
Ganun kalaki. Malaki nawala sa kanila. Sobra lang nawala. So, ganun katakot yung mga big brands sa China. Ganun kalaki yung China. Kaya nga, it goes back to what we talked about sa start, that whoever wins as president will still protect US Kasi threat yung China sa kanila So, it doesn't matter who is the president. That's one of their biggest threats.
Siguro we'll end with this last question. What is your secret for a good life?
Tsaka by the way, si Sean, sobrang lakas sa Chinese apps. Sundan niyo yung mga TikTok videos niya na sumasayaw siya. Sobra yan. Chinese yung TikTok.
Wala nga akong TikTok account
Search natin yan. Comment down below yung links na lang para ma-check natin after.
Guys, wala kayong mahanap. Wala akong TikTok account. Si Marvin yung meron. Si Marvin. Bro, madami ka ng followers sa TikTok.
Ako? Ay, wala. I tried it lang pero wala I only do YouTube and then Facebook konti. Tapos konting Instagram. Parang awa nyo na pa-subscribe naman sa Instagram, wala nagpa-subscribe, pa-follow. Wala nagpa-follow sa akin sa Instagram, pa-follow. Napag-iwanan yung Instagram ko, parang awa nyo
Di
na.
ba? Ang dami mo na kayang followers sa IG.
Wala. Parang nagmamakaawa lang. Joke lang. Pero sige, joke lang yun. Okay lang. Kahit hindi.
May swipe up ka na nga di ba? 17,000. Dami na yun, bro. Dami na yun. Oo. Dami na to, bro. Ayun, so what is your secret to a good life?
Ano to? Sa in-game StarCraft technique? Or ano ba to? What kind of good life?
Good life. Good naman yung life mo, di ba, bro? Dami mong investments. Super yaman. Ano daw yung secret mo for that?
That's not actually good life. People have this misunderstanding that more money means mas masaya ka, which is not true. Having more money does not mean you'll be happier. Kasi kung malungkot ka na wala kang pera, kahit mas madami pera mo, malungkot ka pa rin. Totoo, kung masaya ka na wala kang pera, pag mas madami pera, masaya ka also. Money does not make you happier. So, siguro it's being appreciative, sasabihin ko, content, hindi naman content. It's knowing kung saan talaga nanggagaling yung happiness mo. Yun. Na it's not just based on monetary things. And sa akin yung not based on monetary things na yun, it's playing a game of StarCraft with Shansi on a Thursday night. Totoo. So, that's something that money can't take away.
Nahiya na ako mag-turn down. Nahiya na ako.
Totoo. Tas si Sean, ano lang siya, sabi StarCraft, pero 2 beses lang siya nakipaglaro sa akin. Pero the lockdown is already 7 months, 2 beses.
Bakit? Sila Jason, sila Carlo.
2 beses.
Ako na yung pinakamarami, bro. Ako na yung pinakamarami.
2 beses. Grabe yun. 2 beses.
Pero nakailang game naman tayo nun.
Tapos 80% nun kalaban namin computer, AI lang. Dapat di man lang tao yung kinalaban namin.
Ang bulok ko Ang bulok ko nun
Kaya nga dapat practice
Pero ikaw ba, sa bagay ang taas nun ng rank mo, so sabihin marami ka nang natalo na tao.
Hindi pa rin ako magaling, pero hindi pa rin ako magaling.
Dapat mag-streaming channel ka na, bro. Gamer ka na.
Oo. Marvin Gaming.
Hindi yata kaya ng StarCraft 2 Nag-try ako Hindi ko alam paano siya ginagawa Pero hindi ko alam kung paano sa akin Tsaka okay lang, too much na. Siguro madami pa akong gustong i-video So I don't know. Unless we make a Marvin and Sean StarCraft channel. Dun lang ako mag-stream. Ayun lang. Oo. Guys, kung napaabot natin doon na 5 likes. 5 likes
ako
lang.
Ako na yung pinakamarami
Sean will start a channel.
Bro.
Oh,
ako na yung pinakamarami.
Sean will start a channel na totoo. Yun. So, pwede natin gawin yun, no? Leadership craft or leadership start craft 2 channel. Totoo. Kasi ano yung laro mo? Mobile Legends? League of Legends?
Hindi. League of Legends, Valorant.
PUBG? Malalaro ng mga tao. Hindi ko gets mo.
Hindi ako nag-PUBG Ang dami ng games ngayon Growing up, parang ilan lang It's ngayon, super dami. Grabe. Hindi mo na mauubos.
StarCraft. JC, StarCraft. Nag-games ka ba? O puro...
bro. Pero tagal na hindi ako nag-StarCraft.
O puro Team Payaman. Feel ko Team Payaman. Team Payaman. Or...
Hindi.
Ako, team survival ako Kailangan mag-survival.
Kaya nga, malaking tulong sa team survival ang StarCraft kasi hindi ka lang maglalabas ng pera kasi nasa bahay ka lang Diba? Totoo. Hindi mo na kailangan mag-camping, mahal ang camping. Di ba? Sa pamayang mga campgrounds yung pupuntahan mo. Mahal yun.
Kaya mura lang mag-camping, bro. Mura lang.
Iba yung sa'yo, glamping yung sa'yo
Glamping yung sa'yo. Naka-high-end 4x4 pare.
Wala.
Tapos may white
4x2 lang ako nun.
Tapos yung pinuntapan
Ano nga
nila
eh,
yung
kala ko nga hindi na makakalabas dun.
yung river pa, pwede mo na inumin yung tubig diretso, ganun ka
Ay,
ganda ng
grabe.
pinuntahan nila. Oh,
Ayun.
from the Himalayan mountains pa. So, ibang klase talaga.
Hindi kaya. Magkakasakit ka nun, bro.
So, I mean, kaya StarCraft, safe pa. Oh, uminom ka
Sa
pa ng...
Tanay yun, sa Tanay.
Tayo po.
Mga ano lang, 2.5 hours away. 3 hours. Sama ka. Gusto mo?
School na.
Sama
Sige,
kayo ni
pwede.
Bon. Sama kayo ni Bon.
Pwede. Paano
Yayain
ka
ko kayo.
nag-CR?
CR, may CR.
So, hindi talaga siya nature.
Hindi, may CR siya na hindi fabulous. Pero may CR.
Pero I mean, talagang as in CR na nakalubog sa ground yung nido.
Hindi. May CR talaga siya. Pero hindi siya yung parang wala siyang ilaw. Pero may toilet siya, may bidet. Pero walang ilaw. Yung ganun.
Social nga na camping.
Glamping nga, pare. Glamping.
May bidet.
Pero walang ilaw.
Mayaman na camping.
Walang kuryente.
Grabe.
Nakakatawa nga eh. Tapos walang pinto. So, medyo medyo
Bro, what
in
did
and
you
out.
expect, Chauncey, yan, pare? Opa ba naman?
Parang
Diba?
semi-primitive, pero buti may flash at may bidet. Parang ganun.
Ganito na lang gawin natin sa lahat ng subscribers mo, Sean. After this pandemic, pwede tayo mag-travel. Nagta-travel ka ba, JC?
Yeah. Saan?
So,
Depende.
matagal pa naman to, no? Ano tayo? Saan ano ba maganda? Argentina. Tapos glacier hike.
Layo ng Argentina, bro. Kala ko naman parang ano lang. Japan
Tapos,
or something.
wala kang ma-hike sa Japan eh. Yung ano doon. Resort lahat ng mga snow park doon talaga wala kang yung CR mo talaga wala kang CCR-an talaga dadamputin mo yung ano mo CR mo.
Practice muna tayo dito.
Sige, sige, Masumiji reserve.
Hindi, pero meron dito may maayos na CR. Tapos, meron naman yung hindi off-road. So, kunyari, 4x2 lang yung car mo. Kaya, walang problema. Makakarating ka talaga.
Alam ko yan. Sofitel tawag dyan, di ba?
Hindi. Iba yun, bro. Doon mo malalaman kung sino yung super yaman eh. Ako doon sa campground na lang eh.
Pangarap ko nga sana pag okay na actually bukas na sila pero ma-treatment tayo ni JC sa Spiral eh. Yun yung pangarap ko talaga. Oo, kahit ano lang brunch buffet lang, no. Oo.
Pero mas maganda pa rin yung commissary nila.
Talaga?
Doon lang tayo.
Pag commissary, hindi natin mararamdaman na maglabas siya ng pera. Pag doon talagang mararamdaman maglalabas siya ng 2.8 eh. Makaka 2.8 siya. Di ba?
Open na daw, di ba? Open na.
Open na. Oh. Pero iba yung buffet nila eh. Yung buffet nila may acrylic. Tapos tuturo mo lang. Tapos iaabot nila sa'yo. May kaibigan ako yung business niya, buffet din eh. Sabi niya yung risky kasi doon, pag pareho kayong hinahawakan yung kamay, yung pareho kayong kinukuha na, tapos may iba may tatalsik pa na laway doon. So yung buffet nila doon may acrylic, tapos tuturo mo lang, tapos luluto nila for you, tapos aabot na nila. So
that's actually what we do then for our clients. Doon sa dulo ng buffet, may small hole, doon na lalabas yung food. So parang modified siyang plated service. Kasi plated is usually one dish lang. Doon ngayon, pag buffet, madaming dishes, pero naka-plate siya sa plato. Lalabas na lang sa dulo, okay na.
So I think when we do this again, Leadership Stack Live, nasa Sofitel tayo, doon tayo mag-stream. Tapos sponsored by Juan Carlo Catering. Excited na ako. Dadali ko, totoo. Ano siya? Di ba? Tapos lalagay na lang natin mag-stream dito. This episode is sponsored by Juan Carlo Catering. Di ba? May product placement. May product placement pa. Yun, sobrang excited ako. Guys, comment below. 5 likes lang kailangan natin. Mag-clapping tayo sa Spiral.
Sarap ng beachfront nila, yung may garden.
Solid yun.
Kaya nga eh.
So, JC, secret to a good life. Tapos,
okay. Nakalimutan ko na yung sagot ko.
sa giveaway mo.
Okay, secret to a good life. It's similar to what to what Marv said, pero it's related. It's more of lang, knowing your purpose sa akin. Kasi no matter how challenging things get, especially during this pandemic, grabe, ibang klaseng level ng challenges, personal life, tsaka sa business. Pero if you know what matters most to you, then at the end of the day, kung businesses have challenges or yung safety ng na parang if you look at what matters most sa'yo, if you still value na parang at the end of the day, me and my family, we're okay. We've actually become closer. First time namin, bro, nagbasa ng Bible together as a family. Before, hindi namin nagagawa. And parang mas, especially nung nagkaanak na ako, I have 2 kids now. I just had a 5-month-old boy recently lang. So parang if you know what truly matters to you, no matter what challenges there are, and there are things that you won't be able to control talaga. So you just have to be closer. For me, I just had to rely even more closer to God. I just want to be closer to God, and I just remembered what's important to me, and I had faith na everything will turn out well pa rin. Kasi in investments, yes, in business, sabi ni Marv, medyo may control ka sa business. Pero katulad nung nangyari, like, who would have thought Boracay would be 6 months wala? Who would have thought the entire world would be put on hold, diba? So, there's no such thing as talagang complete control. So, you just have to know what matters most to you. And that's where you place your, yung, ayan. This is our, na,
Alam mo, so mas
as
maganda
part
magbasa ng Bible. I'm sorry, sige, continue first.
Ay, go ahead, bro. Go lang.
Masarap ang Bible study sa spiral kasi tahimik, tas
Ay.
kayo. Totoo. Iba yung grapes dun eh. So, iba yung nasa ng grapes dun.
Nagyaya si Master.
Oo naman, bro.
Lalagyan may tarp.
You know, ano siya.
Maglalagay
For
pa ako ng
sure.
tarp. Sponsored by Juan Carlo Catering. Or gusto mo mag-Juan Carlo Catering t-shirt pa ako. Endorse namin. Sponsored by
It would be an honor to meet you physically, bro. Kasi never pa kita na-meet before.
Okay, joke lang yun. Pero joke lang yun. Okay, joke. Pero kung totohanin, okay lang. Balik tayo sa anniversary.
Hindi, totohanin natin. Madali naman ako.
Yun, okay. Papagawa na lang kami ng Juan Carlo Catering na shirt. This lunch out is sponsored by Juan Carlo Catering.
So, ano ba to? Okay, so November is a very, very big year for Juan Carlo. We're turning 25 years this year. So, we're going to be giving away 1 million pesos to one customer, to 15 customers, to the first 15 clients who book. So that's worth cash, and that's cash prizes, and that is in the amount of amenities namin. So that's 15 people na maghahati-hati sa 1 million. And then we're going to give away 250,000 peso worth of our services, catering services to one client. So the raffle draw will be on February 27. 27 is the last date to join the promo. 28 on my birthday, we're going to be giving away one wedding worth 250,000 pesos. So to find out more details on this, you could just check out our website, www.juancarlo.ph, and Juan Carlo the Caterer on Facebook and Instagram. Kasi the main reason why we did this, we wanted to look back at all the different parang memories and that we've created for our clients, and we want to continue to deliver that same parang to be able to bring more dream events into reality. So we want to give back to all the people who helped us in the years, and kasi to celebrate what truly matters, diba? Life and love. Diba? Life is still worth celebrating even during these very challenging times sa pandemic. So yun lang. Check out our Facebook and websites.
Pwede ba siya lagyan ng ng kondisyon na hindi ka pwede mag-apply pag kasal ka na, baka mamaya, di ba?
No, actually, it's open. It's open to any event. For example, magpa-party ka lang, Marv. Tapos, actually, you only have to order, kahit 1 Carlo to go, you only have to order 25,000 pesos worth of products. May 1 raffle ticket ka na for 250K.
Parang maganda mag-StarCraft get-together, tapos 1 Carlo catering naman. Pwede siya.
Order ka ng 25,000 worth para dun sa StarCraft.
Kaya ni Sean yun.
Oo nga, pa-sponsor naman tayo ng SEO hacker. Oo, totoo.
This leadership stack episode sponsored by SEO hacker.
Susot ako ng SEO hacker sa YouTube ko, 5 episode. Ano lang.
SEO sige, papadalad kita.
Grabe, salamat Salamat, excited na ako.
Ang bayad ko 5 StarCraft na
Hindi, kala ko 1 Carlo catering na yun yung pangarap natin eh.
Yung nagpa-flash, those are the 15 options that the clients can get. Pili ka ng isa, yung value from 70K, 50K cash discount to up to 80,000 worth of amenities namin. And to be honest, this is not just me saying it, pero we really never usually give promos like this. Kasi we find it off-brand from who we are. But because 25 years, ngayon lang namin talaga gagawin. So it's not just a promo for the promo's sake or parang marketing spin lang.
Meron pala akong di nasabi, tinanong niyo what makes me happy. Meron ako, ito talaga ito kong answer. Gusto niyo malaman? Pressing the like button sa video na to, yun yung magpapasaya sa
yun.
Smash the like button, share it na lang.
Share mo ba sa FB page mo?
Na-share ko na. Nakalimutan ko ngayon ko na na-share. Kaka-share ko. Pero smash it. Obliterate the like button.
Thank you.
Yun yung magpapasaya.
Ayun, pero guys, to those of you listening in, I just want to say, with all honesty, na yung Juan Carlo catering, super okay. Lahat, the presentation, the food, the service, we ourselves have experienced our dream event with Juan Carlo's catering service. And you should take advantage of this promo that they're giving away. Up to 1 million worth. Grabe. Sobrang grabe.
Guys, maniwala kayo. Sobrang yaman na yung nagsalita. So, we have to believe what he says talaga.
Ang pinapamigay ko t-shirt lang, guys. Hindi 1 million.
Basta ako, ROI na yung 2 hours ko dito kasi may spiral na ako eh. So, ROI na ako. ROI na.
Schedule na natin. Schedule na. Para recorded.
Ako ROI naman pare kasi 25K. May order na ako kay Sean, di ba?
Sarap. Excited na ako.
Thank you so much, Sean. Salamat.
Sean, thank you din. Thank you.
All right. Tama na lokohan, guys. Dapat seriously.
So, hindi seryoso yung spiral? Grabe.
Seryoso?
Umuha si JC. Seryoso yun.
Seryoso yun. Seryoso pala eh.
May nagsasabi sa Discord, JC. Gusto raw niya mag-apply ng food taste tester. May qualifications daw siya.
Punta ka dito ngayon, pare. May midnight delivery kami ngayon for the midnight shift ng isang power plant.
Magte-testing si JC mamaya, Jazz. Punta ka na raw sa
para makatulog ako tonight ng minding.
Batangas. Yun nga lang, layo. Ayan, sabi niya.
Batangas ka ba?
Batangas is our main commissary. Yeah. Pero may QC office kami.
Malapit lang Cavite sa Batangas. Mas malayo nga kami ni Marvin.
Akala ko, sino taga Batangas? Pero, sino?
Si JC.
Me.
Yung nagsasabing apply ng food taste tester sa Discord. Taga Cavite daw.
I got it.
Ayan.
All this time kasi, nasa isip ko, Ayala Alabang si JC.
Ay, hindi pa.
Yung parang ganun, pero Batangas. Pero mas malaki pa. Oo. Yan.
Hindi nga kami village eh. Sa highway lang kami. Along the highway.
Commercial. Malaking commercial na.
Katabi na nung commissary namin yung bahay namin. Kasi pag may problema, nandyan lang kami.
May kilala
Yung
rin
totoo
ako.
sinasabi ni Marv parang hindi ka pwedeng umuwi na feeling mo relax ka lang. Talagang may nandyan ka lang. Ito yung business mo.
Nakauwi ka na, kukulitin ka pa doorbellin ka pa, bro. Grabe.
May kilala ako, may malaking mansion sa Batangas eh. Kilala mo yan, JC? Malaki.
Alin? Sino?
Large gardens. Blind item na lang. Blind item.
Ay, oo pare.
Yun ang kapitbahay JC. Wala rin silang
regular client namin sila. Yun ba yung may underground parking?
Pwede. Tapos yung may garden, yung may malaking garden.
Okay. Iba yun. Hindi yung garden. Parang itago na naman sa garden. Alam ko yun. Client din namin yun.
Talaga?
Oo.
Interesting.
So alam mo na bro, client niya lahat ng mga ganun.
Katulad ni Sean C. Diba?
Wala akong late lang ng bahay ka dito, bro. Late lang.
Meron ko nga AI grass cutter eh.
Oo nga, nagloko nga eh. Kinalbo yung grass eh. Kalbong-kalbo. Naubos. So, ayun, tinabi ko na. Alright, guys.
Mayaman, bro. Iba kung ano lang ginagastosan eh.
Masaya guys, na ako. Naka-ROI na ako. Ilang beses na ako nag-gines ni Sean dito. Wala man lang ako ng ROI na buffet eh. Kailangan lang pala si JC.
Bro, yung sa show mo, hindi mo na ako tinatawag
Sa ano?
Ang dami mo ng bagong guest mga foreigner.
Hindi naman. Pivot to China. Magbabalik tayo, mag-pivot to China tayo ulit. Babalik na.
Dami mong kilalang foreigner.
Hindi, lang.
Foreigner yung mo.
Pang international na yung level. Guiding light kasi.
Grabe.
Hindi, wala ka nakasubscribe eh. Nagmamakaawa talaga ako, wala nakasubscribe sa channel. So, yun lang. Pero feeling ko kahit wala mag-subscribe, basta may pa-spiral, masaya na ako doon.
Ang kulit.
Makakaranasan ng karangyaan eh. Pero, kasi, tama ba? Pinaka gusto mo na buffet na hindi Juan Carlo na nasa hotel? Spiral, circles, heat. Ano pa ba?
Shangri-La BGC.
Or market yung market.
Hindi ko maalala. Basta bro, mas konti yung options nila, pero mas quality. Pero sila ni Spiral yung magkalaban.
Yung may tuna na malaki tapos naka-slice yung tuna doon.
I'm not sure. Hindi ko yan.
Ground
pero we do that
Kung
salmon carving station, we have that din. Pero ground.
Market market.
Doon nagbinyag yung baby ko eh. Sobrang okay.
Masarap nga doon, masarap doon. May masarap yung ceviche nila.
Yeah.
Masarap yung ceviche.
Pero nagbabago din ata. So maybe hindi ko naabutan yung
ako doon ako sa likod nun. Sa likod nun, may Mind Museum, may Jollibee sa baba. Doon ako sa ako nadudungo ko. Masarap nga yung ceviche. From afar lang. Nadudungo natin sa Mind Museum.
Sabay bawi. Hindi ko alam yung sinasabi. Ako totoo, hindi ko talaga alam yung sinasabi. I've never tried pa siyang BGC. Never tried.
Doon na lang tayo. So, lapit pa sa akin. Pero mas madaming choices sa Spiral. Tama si mas konti choices doon.
Ako mas malapit naman sa Spiral.
Kasi yung nagmendokoro kami ni Sean, pinag-ipunan ko talaga 8 buwan yun para ma-treat si Sean. As in, talagang nagtiis ako ng ilang kainan para at least mapundar yung panang kay Sean.
Nahiya nga ako na unahan ako ni Marvin magbayad eh.
Hindi, na-late ka ng 1.5 hours, so nagbayad na talaga.
1.5 hour? Grabe
Pero yung interesting doon, sa sobrang haba ng pila ng Mendocoro, kahit late siya, pa rin, hindi pa kayo nakapasok.
Sakto lang.
Ganun kahaba yung line.
Grabe, haba ng pila. 1.5 ba ako na late? 1.5 hour? Ha? Parang exagya.
Kasi yung meeting time natin, paalis ka pa lang ng PM.
Nakakaya guys, recorded to.
Hindi lang ako magdadagdag. Kaya tumatawa na lang ako.
Ay, ko na naalala. Naalala ko yun.
Nagtago na siya. Marvin, yung malupit, 1.5 hour late siya, pero pumunta na ako sa place niya, LBF from Batangas, siya pa rin yung late.
Ayoko na. Baba na natin.
Iba talaga pag sobrang yaman eh, no?
Pero,
program.
Totoo okay lang naman yun kasi parang yung smaller fish waits for the bigger fish. So, okay lang
Exactly. Grabe, hindi to yun.
Parang hihintay mo si Jeff Bezos. Di ba? Parang gano'n yun.
Grabe.
Hindi namin ma-reach yung level niya.
Siya, nagsasabi si siya na when people meet with him, they pay a certain amount. Ako din, libre ko na Medoro. Naghintay nga lang.
Guys, thank you for watching Leadership Stack.
Sakit na lang siya.
Ayoko na.
So, nag-message sa akin si JC. Sabi niya, yung spiral daw natin 10 a.m. Para pag dumating ka 11:30 sakto. Ayun, nakita ko may evidence ako dito. Nag-text siya. 10 o'clock daw, spiral, branch daw.
Ay, wala ko tinetext na.
Grabe. Shot na ng cheat ko. Lalo 1.5 hours.
Sabihin ko daw na ano, na 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Branch daw.
Okay, guys. Di naman lagi ganun, no? Talagang tsempohan lang. Anyway, guys. I know we're overtime almost 2 hours na. So, we'll end there. Hope you learned a lot. And we're always on Thursday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Ngayon, medyo overtime. We have Marvin Germo and JC Del Rosario guesting. And so, alam niyo na, ang dami na pag-usapan from StarCraft, China, US, Spiral. Pero matutuloy kami sa Spiral daw, guys. So,
10 o'clock a.m.
10 o'clock a.m. Alright, guys. Thank you so
Sarado
much.
pa yung buffet, pare.
Hindi, may brunch. Yung interesting sa Spiral, mas mahal yung brunch sa lunch.
Oh?
Mas mahal yung brunch menu nila than lunch. I don't know why.
So, iba talaga yung mga kinakainan ni Marvin.
Paano man nala? Oo nga alam na alam eh. No? Oo, hindi ko alam yun.
Feeling ko.
yun yung katotohanan, lumalabas. Lumalabas yung katotohanan.
Hindi, yung feeling ko kaya mas mahal yung lunch para pagpunta ka ng maaga mapapamahal ka. Para dumating ka on time. May request yung mga tao, sabi mo daw exit, sabi mo, yeah man. Ganun.
Saan yung request na yun?
Sabi mo daw, yeah man. Tapos the boys
parang yung mga tao, ikaw lang yun.
The boys are out tonight. Okay, go. 1, 2, 3,
Ano?
go.
The boys are out tonight. Yun ba yun? Ganun ba
Yeah
yun?
man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Bakit? Di ko gets. Ano yan? Ang dami ko hindi alam na alam mo.
Wala naman.
O, ano yun? Ano yung ginagaya natin doon?
Wala naman.
Bakit? Ano yun?
StarCraft
sige.
tayo. Already na Protoss
Ano na?
Asia server.
Protoss Asia server. Login na ba? Login na?
Dinownload mo, dinelete mo na ba yung app?
Hindi pa.
Okay.
Hindi ako nagde-delete ng ganun eh.
Ayos, excited na ako. Asia server.
Kailan tayo? Sige, wait, mag-offline muna tayo. Guys, thank you so much. Good night.
Thank you so much, guys.
Next video, Spiral. Boom!